Okay, perfect. Well, we're excited to have you guys here today. This will be recorded, so if we miss a couple minutes, we are going to get started. Like I said, in today's webinar, we are briefly going to touch on who Bond Exchange is, and then we're going to dive in to how you as an independent agent can best utilize our tools to truly become a Surety Pro. So a couple of quick introductions. My name is Taylor. I work on the business development side here at Bond Exchange. I also do agency enrollment, so you might have gotten an email from me or a phone call, and if not, I am definitely looking forward to meeting you. We are also lucky enough to have Benton with us here today. Benton, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your role here at Bond Exchange.
Thank you, Taylor. My name is Benton Leitz, and I'm a commercial underwriter here at Bond Exchange, and I may have helped you in the past. If not, hopefully I'll be helping you in the future.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and dive in. So just a little bit of basic information. Bond Exchange has been around since 1977. We are licensed in all 50 states, and we are appointed with over 30 carriers. We do have a very large appetite, so we like to say that we write everything. But really, what we want you to focus on when thinking about Bond Exchange, it's important to note that our purpose here is to provide the very best tools and the best services so that agents who aren't necessarily focused on surety bonds can still get those bonds written very effectively, very efficiently, and then get focused on the other areas of business that you are focused on. So how do we do that? We are wholesale only, so we do work exclusively with PNC agents like yourself. We pay a competitive rate of 20% on standard bonds, 10% for non-standard bonds. And you can also add any agency fees on top of that, and we will dive into that a little bit here. One of our most exciting things is the tools that we do make available. So we have a really easy online quoting tool. It's very intuitive. If you know what you're looking for, you can get it done in minutes. If you aren't quite sure, we do have a 10,000 keyword search to help you out with that process. And again, all of that is very seamless, and that's what we'll be walking you through today. As much as we love our tools, the other thing that really sets us apart here are our people. So you can see Benton right here. He is at a conference with Rick, the head of business development, and Bryce from marketing. So you can reach us several different ways. You can chat with us on the website, you can email us, and you can call us. Either way, you will be connected with an actual underwriter who will have the authority and knowledge to answer your questions and do it quickly. And we are available from 7 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that is just a little bit about us. I am going to stop sharing my screen and hand over the reins. Let Benton take over here.
Thank you, Taylor. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. All right, so this is our homepage. So when you visit bondexchange.com, this is what you'll see. And then you can go ahead and sign in right here once you've got your account set up. And that will bring you to the welcome dashboard. Any alerts about our platform, any updates will be listed here. And then any quotes that you might be working on that an underwriter is taking a look at will show up here on the bottom. But let's go ahead and get started with a new quote. So today we'll be doing a motor vehicle dealer bond. If it's needed in another state, you would just select no here and pick the state that it's for. But this will recommend the state that you're residing in or that you typically write bonds in. Just select yes there. If you know what you're looking for, you can just go ahead and use the keyword search. If not, you can select not really, help me out, and that will narrow down the search a little bit for you to make it easier to find. So to find the bond, you'll just type in a word corresponding to the requirement. In this case, it's a motor vehicle dealer bond, so you can just simply type the word motor, and there it is. And if you're not exactly sure what the bond is called, but you know who's requiring it, in this case, it would be the Division of Motor Vehicles. You can just type Division of, there it is, motor vehicle dealer bond. So we'll go ahead and click that and proceed. Yes, this is what we're looking for. And then at this stage, you can send it to your customer to complete online. This is very useful if you don't have the information already from your client. And if you already do, you just go ahead and continue here, make it easy on them. But certainly you're always welcome to send this to your customer. It'll send you a carbon copy of the email. So you'll have a copy of what they receive and know it got sent out. So then you'll just start by typing the business name. And today we are going to be quoting a bond for BX Auto World LLC. and you'll just select your entity type. And then years in business, this can reduce the premium a little bit if they have been in business for a few years. So we'll go ahead and select 3 here, but yeah, just make sure you get that from your customer because it will have an effect on the premium. And then we'll just put the customer's contact information in. This is so we can get in touch with them if we need to provide any updates about the bond, or if you're on direct bill for renewals, we can give them a notice when that renewal is coming up or give them a phone call if it's getting real close. So it is nice to go ahead and put this in here for us, and it'll be bxcustomer.com. All right, and then you'll just type in the business address, and here we do have a autofill feature provided by Google. So there you go, that's our office address, but you will have to add the suite here as well. All right, once you've already selected that autofill. And then if at any point you don't know what your customer's information is, you can go ahead and send the application to them at the stage that you are presently at through that same email link that we would have sent out at the beginning, except that it will be at this stage in the application. So we'll go ahead and continue. And this whole process is meant to be like a conversation with an underwriter. So this back and forth stepper is almost as if you are talking directly with an underwriter. So you could even do this with your client on the phone. So in this case, we'll say the mailing address is not the same or is the same. So we'll keep the one for the business. And then we also do allow you to opt for a different delivery address if it is not the physical address, the business, or the mailing address. So go ahead and keep that the same. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and put our principal information in here. So this will be the owner of the company. In this case, this is a phony principal that is provided by Experian so that we can run a credit report, but it is not a real credit report. She does have great credit though, so we should be getting a decent rate here. All right. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and say that it's the same. It isn't, but here, we'll just for the sake of the example, we'll go ahead and continue. Then if you need to add another owner, all owners that own more than 10% should be listed, but we're not going to add another owner in this case for the example. And then you get to choose when you want the bond to start. It can be any day, 30 days in advance of today's date or prior to today's date. So you can go ahead and click any of these days, but we'll just click today to keep it simple. All right, and then we got a good quote here for Trina. So we have a few different options of how you can issue this policy. You can either do it for 1, 2, or 3 years, but now we also offer a subscription option, which will mean the customer only owes $38 today. We'll pay monthly for the duration of the bond term, and we're going to go with that option for today. But they can definitely opt for more than 1 year if they'd like. All right, so this is just letting you know what your commission is going to be on the policy, as Taylor mentioned. It is commonly 20%. That does vary with non-standard submissions, but you also have the option to add a broker fee if you would prefer. So that will be on top of your commission. I would recommend you be on agency bill for renewals if you plan on doing it for renewals. Otherwise, you can add it on a new business quote at any time. And the quote you send out to your customer will include that full amount with a broker fee, though it will be listed as a separate fee in the invoice. So we're going to select no here to keep it simple. All right. And then at this stage, you have another opportunity to send it to your customer, except at this point, all they'll have to do is sign for the bond and make payment. So it makes it really easy to get it issued online. They can sign online directly on the website, so they won't have any paperwork. But let's say your customer's in your office and it'd be easier to just have them sign a piece of paper. So we'll go ahead and click no. Then it gives you the option to download the application. This will include the different terms offered, as well as a place for them to sign and put their payment information. And then once you get that done, let's pretend I did it. We do review these, so don't upload blank ones, but we'll do that just for the sake of the example here. All right. And then you get to opt for what kind of shipping you'd like. This will be overnight shipping with FedEx, which will provide the tracking information. It is a standard rate of $30 anywhere in the country. So don't worry about that, but we'll go ahead and do standard just to keep that simple as well. And we'll go ahead and mail it to the customer since they are paying us directly. We'll do the subscription option since it's new and we'll try it out here. Okay, so we'll have the customer pay for the bond and we're going to use a credit card. You can also use e-check if you prefer. Both are perfectly fine. And we have a phony credit card as well for this. So don't try it on your end. It won't work. All right. And there we go. It's in the process of creating the bond form and invoices. Just be another moment here. And there we go. We're done. You can rate your experience if you'd prefer. Not, just exit that out. You'll have the opportunity to download the bond, the payment receipt, your invoice, your customer's invoice, or return to your dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and return to the dashboard so we can continue with the webinar. All right, this brings you back to the home page, but we're going to go to our agency policy history to see the quote we just got. So we went ahead and issued it. So you'll see here the status issued online. That just means it has been issued on our website, but our processing team has yet to review it. They do so pretty quickly, and they just make sure everything looks good on the form and that, that application is signed and everything's good to go. Then it'll change to issued and filed status. Any pending quote will be here as well. Any renewals coming up, everything like that. But you can narrow it down just a little bit more. These other tabs will eliminate all the other policies except renewals, so you can have a little bit of a cleaner look at things. There are no renewals on a test account right now, but any pending quotes will be listed in that tab. And then if you ever issue something on agency bill, you have the ability to add a payment method for your agency, at which point you can visit this billing and payment tab and pay any balances due from your agency. Any balances due to your agency will be listed as a negative balance in parentheses here. You can't pay those, but those will be paid to you. If there is a balance for your agency, we'll see a green button right around here that says pay agent balance. If you have a payment method already attached, you can just click that and pay that balance and get it done with. Now let's go ahead and return to the overview page. And this is where you'll get your Surety Pro widget if you're interested in installing that. There are a few different options we have readily made here, version 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it really just involves copying this embedded text into your website editor. You can also do an even more customized version that is specific to your website through this link here. And Taylor will give you a bit more detail about this feature. So I'll go ahead and throw the reins back over to her.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Benton. Take that. And I will go ahead and share my screen and show you what Surety Pro looks like in real life. So this is an agent that actually is partnered with us. This is their real life website. She has gone ahead and put a little blurb in about surety bonds. So let's see what that does. So here you go. She has her information about surety bonds right here. And then we have this option to get a quote. So when we click that from her website, this should all look pretty familiar to you. So we go right back to the stepper. Again, this is branded with her information. So the customer still knows it is attached to her, and now it has taken them through the online quoting process. So that is what the process looks like on her website with the shareable link. Let's see what it looks like via our marketing. So this is the bond exchange website. So we do have this book builder tool. If somebody were to find an agent, let's see what happens here. See what Zippy Digital looks like on book builder. So she is lucky. She is the only agent in her zip code. So pretty easy to find her right now. And this is what happened. So again, we have her branding here. We have her logo. She has filled out her agency bio. So that is what is appearing here. Just some information so that a potential customer knows a little bit more about what you have going on at the agency. And again, what that's doing is giving us access to that online quoting tool right here. If I click that, I'm sure you know what would happen. We'd go right back to that stepper. So really what we're trying to do is utilize our organic traffic and give that back to the agents, right? So we do host webinars. We have a very active blog. We have a very active YouTube channel. And so what that does is it brings a lot of traffic to our website. So we do actually have over 50,000 unique users that visit our website every single month, and a lot of them are retail customers. So through this big book builder tool, we're able to market our agents to these customers directly. Okay, perfect. So whether they are going to go directly to your site with Surety Pro, whether they're clicking through ours, our tools will get them connected to you in a very quick surety bond quote. Now, that was a lot of information in a short amount of time. We're very excited about our tools. So we are going to take a quick break there and check and see if there are any questions that we can answer today.
And it looks like we already have a couple. One, doesn't the suite number go in the suite and apartment box? Yes, it absolutely can. It doesn't matter though, in terms of giving us the information, we'll see it the same way. It'll show up on the bond form. So
Good question.
yeah, it's okay. And then, yes, we do offer direct billing. That is actually the process I did. You would have put that customer's payment information in directly like I did. Agency bill, you would have just selected that earlier on in the stepper process. We definitely write contract bonds, and perhaps we could host a webinar on that in the future.
Absolutely.
We even have a specialized online quoting process for contract bonds. So those can be potentially quoted instantly on our website. Otherwise, at least for bid bonds, and then the contract team could go in more detail about that with you. But yeah, they definitely can be submitted online. We definitely do them, and we have a specialized team handling all those requests. Okay, so the commission percentage, it's typically 20% on contract. It is 15, and non-standard, it will be 10. And we definitely do probate bonds as well. We also have a custom app online that was recently created for those. So those can be quoted instantly, given favorable responses to the underwriting questions. So yeah, that's definitely something we can handle. We do them every day. So yeah, we actively keep track of our accounts. We actually have them sorted on our system that way. So when our contract team is writing those bonds, they're aware of that account. And once we have all the basic materials needed for the given aggregate amount, we can readily write bonds and continue to write bonds for that customer. Taylor, you want to take these next two, or at least the next one?
Does Bond Exchange provide marketing materials to agents? So absolutely, we will work on you to do co-branding. If you just reach out to us as a verified agent, we can absolutely get that done. Let's see here. Are we able? Okay, how do you compare to Propeller? So I will say the biggest thing that separates us, and we'll never talk negatively about another company, but what really separates us is our people. Again, you will be calling and talking to Benton directly or having him answer your questions on a webinar. You will get him or somebody like him through email or chat. So that really is how we differentiate ourselves from all other bond companies out there, along with the tools that we provide to our agents.
Yeah, we're definitely very personable and very accessible. Like Taylor said, it's not something very common in the surety industry or really insurance in general. We're very accessible as a platform for surety. I mean, you can call us anytime. That chat feature is available throughout the quoting process, and certainly you can always send us an email as well. So
then I'll have you take that last one about broker fees.
So at the moment, no. But that is some. So are we allowed, or are we able to add broker fees automatically? At the moment, no. But that is something that will almost certainly be added in the near future. That has been requested before, and we think that would make it a lot easier for agents who do wish to add those broker fees.
Let's see, give it another minute, see if we have any other questions. Really quickly, I just want to thank Benton for being here. I've taken him away from underwriting bonds right now. So if any of you are in his queue, I apologize. I will get him back to you shortly. Okay, I think that might be all that we have. Those looks like all the questions. After today's webinar, though, within the next 24 hours, you will be receiving an email from us just looking for some feedback on what type of webinars you want to see next. If you have any more questions for us that you didn't think of at the moment, or just any feedback, we are happy to take it all and see what your thoughts were from today. We're very excited to start doing more webinars for you guys. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your day, everybody.